Wales has been quietly sitting on some of the most jaw-dropping landscapes on Earth for centuries, and somehow, almost nobody outside of Britain is talking about it. Most people think of the UK and immediately picture red phone boxes, grey cities, and endless drizzle. And look, the drizzle part is sometimes accurate. But Wales, the small nation tucked into the western edge of Britain, is hiding something that most of the world has completely overlooked. And honestly, that might be exactly what makes it so magical. Today, we are diving deep into the natural world of Wales. The landscapes, the coastlines, the mountains, the forests, the wildlife, and the kind of scenery that makes you stop mid-sentence and just stare. Whether you have been to Wales, are planning to go, or have never even considered it, by the end of this video, you are going to understand why people who discover Wales tend to become completely and utterly obsessed with it. But before I continue, please subscribe to our channel to enable us to create more informative and educational videos about our beautiful planet. It does not cost you anything to subscribe, but means the world to us. So please be kind and click on the subscribe button. Let's start in the north, because if you want drama, Snowdonia delivers it in absolute bucket loads. Snowdonia National Park covers over 2,000 square kilometers of mountainous terrain, and at its heart sits Yr Wydfa, which most people know by its English name, Snowdon. It is the highest peak in Wales and in England too, rising to just over 1,085 meters above sea level. But what makes Snowdon genuinely special isn't just its height. It is the way the mountain reveals itself differently depending on the season, the weather, and even the time of day. In winter, Snowdon becomes a near-Arctic landscape. The ridgelines frost over, the lakes below freeze into mirrors, and the whole mountain takes on this silent, ancient quality. In summer, the slopes are carpeted in heather and wild grasses, and on clear days, you can see all the way to Ireland. Every trail up the mountain offers a completely different perspective. The pig track edges along dramatic ridges. The Watkin path cuts through wild valleys. The Llanberis path is longer and more gradual, but rewards you with constantly changing views. This one mountain alone could occupy a hiker for weeks. But Snowdonia is not only about Snowdon. The park contains 15 other peaks over 3,000 feet, plus dozens of glacial lakes called elins scattered across the valleys. Llyn Padarn and Llyn Peris sit near the town of Llanberis, their still waters reflecting the mountains above them like natural paintings. And then there is Llyn Idwal, a dark, moody lake cradled within the Cwm Idwal Nature Reserve, surrounded by cliffs that climbers and geologists have been fascinated by for centuries. Charles Darwin himself visited Cwm Idwal and studied the rock formations there. It is one of Wales's first designated national nature reserves, and walking through it feels like walking through deep geological time. Now let's talk about the coast, because the Welsh coastline is genuinely one of Europe's best-kept secrets. Wales has the world's first dedicated long-distance coastal path, the Wales Coast Path, which stretches for roughly 870 miles around the entire country. That path takes you through everything from dramatic sea cliffs to gentle sandy bays to ancient harbour towns. The Pembrokeshire coast in the southwest is particularly extraordinary. The cliffs here are some of the most spectacular in Britain, plunging into the Irish Sea in jagged geological layers that reveal hundreds of millions of years of Earth's history just sitting there exposed in the rock face. Moving into mid-Wales, the landscape shifts into something softer and wilder at the same time. The Brecon Beacons, now officially renamed Banau Brycheiniog, spread across the south of the country in long rolling ridges, punctuated by dramatic waterfalls and hidden valleys. The area around Pont Ned Fechan in the Vale of Neath contains one of the highest concentrations of waterfalls in Britain. Ystwyth Yr Era is perhaps the most famous, and there is a path that actually takes you behind the curtain of falling water so you can stand completely surrounded by the falls. It is the kind of experience that sounds like it belongs in New Zealand or Iceland, not 20 minutes from the Welsh valleys. The Brecon Beacons also happen to be one of only a handful of international dark sky reserves in the world. On a clear night away from the towns, the sky above the beacons opens up into something genuinely overwhelming. The Milky Way stretches from horizon to horizon, Star clusters and nebulae become visible to the naked eye. It connects you to the universe in a way that urban life completely strips away. Let's talk about woodland, because Wales has invested heavily in restoring its ancient forests. Ancient sessile oak woodlands cling to the steep valley sides throughout Wales, and places like the Wye Valley, which forms the border between Wales and England, contain temperate rainforest. Yes, temperate rainforest. The kind of forest where every surface is coated in mosses, ferns and lichens, where the air is permanently damp and clean, and where the light filters through the canopy in ways that make everything glow green and gold. The Atlantic oak woods of Wales are considered among the rarest habitats in the world, and they are quietly spectacular. Wildlife deserves its own moment here. Red kites, one of Britain's most beautiful birds of prey, were once on the brink of extinction and were saved largely through conservation efforts in mid-Wales. Today they soar over Welsh valleys in their hundreds, their distinctive forked tails and russet-red plumage unmistakable against the sky. Watching a red kite hunt is one of those wildlife encounters that stays with you long after you have left. Beyond red kites, Wales is home to otters along its rivers, bottlenose dolphins and grey seals along its coast, and rare invertebrates in its ancient woodlands. There is something else about Wales that photographs struggle to capture, and that is the quality of light. Because Wales is so exposed to Atlantic weather systems, the sky is almost constantly in motion. Clouds build and break and rebuild across the mountains in ways that change the light every few minutes. Golden hour in Wales lasts longer and hits differently than almost anywhere else in Europe. When the sun breaks through after a morning of heavy cloud and hits the wet hillsides, every blade of grass catches the light, and the whole landscape seems to ignite. Landscape photographers travel from across the world specifically to chase that Welsh light. Wales is not a country that announces itself loudly. It doesn't have the global fame of Iceland or the tourist infrastructure of Switzerland. It is quieter than that, more private, more ancient. It is a place where you can walk for hours without seeing another person, where the landscape feels genuinely untouched, and where the natural world is still very much in charge. Whether you are standing on a Snowdonia ridge with the whole of North Wales spreading out below you, watching dolphins curve through the water off Cardigan Bay, or sitting beside a Brecon waterfall listening to nothing but white noise and birdsong, Wales has this extraordinary ability to make the world feel bigger and smaller at the same time. More wild, more beautiful, and more worth protecting than you ever expected. If this video gave you valuable information on traveling in Wales, then please hit that like and subscribe button, because we have so much more content that we would love to create for our viewers. We are 100% dependent on your support, and by subscribing to the channel, you will enable us to create more informative and educational videos.